and the government will force banks to offer a basic bank account to anyone who asks for one in tomorrow's budget. What does the industry think? As we just heard, the UK inflation rate fell to 3% in February from 3.5% the month before. According to the Office for National Statistics, the fall in the Consumer Prices Index was slightly bigger than many analysts had expected. The Retail Prices Index inflation measure, which includes housing costs, remained unchanged, though, at 3.7% in February. Well, earlier I spoke to an economist, Leigh Caldwell, and I asked him why the economy is experiencing inflation, given that the pound is weak and that there's £200 billion worth of newly created money sloshing around the economy thanks to quantitative easing.
Well, what the extra money that's in the economy, the £200 billion, partly just counters a fall in what's called the velocity of money, which means that when people get money, they're not spending it as quickly, they're hanging on to it for longer, and so all of the extra money that the Bank of England's put in just partly compensates for that, and so that really reduces demand. And any time that you have a slowdown, we have a 5 or 6% fall in economic activity last year, then inevitably there's more competition among companies, and so prices stay down.
And lower inflation expectations, if that's what indeed today's news means, should mean lower interest rates for longer, shouldn't it?
Absolutely, and a lot of economists would say that the Bank of England should do what's called level targeting, which means if there's an undershoot in inflation one year, then they should aim for an overshoot in inflation the next year to make up for it, and so that would imply that they should keep interest rates even lower for longer. So I wouldn't expect an interest rate rise this year, and only maybe up to 1.5% next year.
And very quickly then, where do you see inflation going for the rest of this year?
I think it'll probably stay low. A large part of the 3% is the VAT rise. The underlying inflation rate is even lower, is 1.2%, so I think it'll stay low.
6 people have been arrested in connection with what the city watchdog, the FSA, says is the biggest insider trading